Hello. It has been a while. Shall we make a game? Or let's look at a game that I've been following for years. I'm going to try and deconstruct it and make a similar version. The game in question is one that's called Short Trip, and I'll put a link in the description. It's about to be released, and it is a work of art, literally a work of art. You are basically a cat driving a tram, picking up and depositing passengers at various stations, and it just looks stunning. I would advise you to go and have a look at some of the many videos out there of people playing it already, all hand drawn too, which just makes it even more special. So I thought, how do you make a chilled out game such as Short Trip? So I'm going to try and make my own. Now, the first step was, how am I going to make the train or tram follow the incline of hills and slopes? And I thought, if I was to physically build it in the real world, I'd probably have like wheels following a track, maybe. So that was my first port of call, and this is what I first came up with. Here it is, sort of bodged together build, but basically it's as described. It has wheels which follow the red rail. They're random, by the way. It will generate from a small selection of inclines or level track, and these wheels follow it, and sat on top of those wheels is the tram itself, and it's sort of bouncing along and very rickety, but it sort of works in a weird sort of way, and I can slow down the tram. I can also speed it up. Let's see if we can launch it. I think the physics around this weren't quite right, but it was definitely a step in the right direction. I learned so much from this prototype. It's not perfect. In fact, I went ahead and scrapped it and tackled it from another point of view. And here's my next version, version 2. So here is version 2. You'll notice there are no wheels travelling along the rail. The rail is there still, but that's only for aesthetics. It doesn't have any purpose. What actually happens is that there are different backgrounds. Some go up, some go down, some are on the level. Some are level below, some are on a level at the top of a hill. And again, it's all randomly pieced together with a bit of logic, so they all sort of fit in together. And it's these backgrounds which trigger the movement of going up, going down, or remaining level. So there's no riding of the rails, so to speak, like in version 1. Again, we can actually slow it down to a complete stop if we wanted to. Say we come into a station, and then we can start it up again. So when we come to an incline, it gently angles itself up, the tram, and heads on up, but also the opposite happens as well when we're going downhill. Again, the physics are not perfect, but it's definitely a step in the right direction, and it's this that I for version 3. Hey, welcome to version 3. Now version 3, exactly the same as version 2, but we had a bit like so, and we can open the doors as well, which is really cool. So spacebar opens the doors, spacebar closes the doors again, and off we go once more, driving our little tram. We can actually bring it to a stop again, like so, of the station, open up the doors, but if we try and pull away with the door still open, it won't allow you to do that until the doors have been closed. So if I try and pull away, it'll close the doors automatically, and off we go once again. So now we have our tram with doors. So it's able to stop and start at various stations, along with going up and down, following the incline of the landscape, with door control, which is really cool. So now the last bit of this devlog is getting the scenery working, the parallax effect. For those who don't know what parallaxing is, it's say when you're looking out of a train window, the things that are closer to you will whiz by faster than the scenery or items that are further away in the distance. So it's trying to achieve that effect. And that brings us nicely on to version 4. And here we are at the chaos that is version 4. So you can see there's 3 layers of landscape. So there's the green in the foreground, which will go quick because they're closer to you. There'll be the standard mid-range landscape elements, which are just the purple blocks, and then in the far distance there's the purple blocks but with the crosses in. And again, this is all random, but you can see where everything sits. Everything has an order in which it sits, and we can speed up the tram, and as a result the landscape speeds up proportionally as well. We've also got our main stopping and starting of our trams, like so. So I can stop it here, can open the doors, close the doors, and away we go again, and everything starts to move. So there I am. That's where I am. We're trying to create a similar version, or try and deconstruct how Short Trip was made. I think my next step is to actually get some nice artwork in, so we can start to see it all come together, because at the minute it's just a mass of placeholders. So it'll be really nice to actually get some really nice pieces of artwork in there to try and create some nice rolling scenery. But anyway, stay tuned, I'll update accordingly should I make any more progress on this. But yeah, here's my deconstruction, recreation of the Short Trip game. Ding ding, everybody off. Okay, take care, and thanks for watching.